Hi, today we're looking at a direct comparison between the Royal Alloy GT and GP scooters, just to talk about what the differences are and why you might want one rather than another. Both of these bikes have got quite a lot of accessories on them, which obviously don't come as standard. But looking at first the GT, I think the first thing to say is that the GT has a totally plastic body. Obviously a metal framework, but all the components on that framework are plastic. The GP, however, has several plastic components. That's the battery box cover, it's the horn cover, the mudguard, and the toolbox. Other than that, the panels and the rest of the bike is made out of metal. There are some small differences in the headlight. This is the GP headlight and this is the GT headlight. Fairly obvious with the letters on the fly screen, but just a different shape there. The GP panel has the Lambretta SX200 lookalike shapes to it with the flash there. The GT has an SX150 style panel there and comes with the flash as standard, whereas the GP, that's going to be an optional extra. A noticeable difference is the style of the seats. The GT in the background there has the bench seat, whereas the GP has what we call a king and queen seat, which lifts up very nicely to get to your petrol filler. The GP has a toolbox which has a lining in it. It's a double skinned toolbox, whereas GT is a single skinned toolbox. Now, looking at clocks, this GT, which is now a year old, has a circular clock on it, whereas the GP there has this more Lambretta style clock to it, but because there have been some difficulties with the GT clocks, they're now coming with this headset, which is metal, and that clock arrangement. We also have a difference in the rear lights. Now, these are daytime running position at the moment, but that's the GT light, and if we just scan over here, you see a different layout for the GP, and it does look brighter. So that's the basic differences. Both of these bikes are 125. Both bikes are identically matched in performance, and so the preference comes down to panel style and materials, whichever you would prefer.